Charles Richard Finckbone was born on December 29, 1881, in Bond County, Illinois, to Abraham Jones Finkbone and Missouri Zora Bush. He entered the world during a time when rural life was shaped by hard work, family loyalty, and the rhythms of the land. His parents, rooted in the traditions of Midwestern farming families, passed down values of resilience and perseverance that Charles would carry throughout his life. At the time he was born, most roads were dirt or gravel, often impassable in winter and spring. Travel by horse-drawn wagon was slow, and many families lived their entire lives within a few miles of home. On October 20, 1905, Charles married Charlotte Mae Mulvaney in Marion County, Illinois. Charlotte, born in Meacham on March 16, 1889, was the daughter of Hardy Asbury Mulvaney and Mary S. Wilson. Here's a photo of the young couple. Together, Charles and Charlotte built a life centered around family, raising 7 children in the heart of Marion County. Their marriage lasted until Charlotte's untimely death on February 8, 1920, at the young age of 30, leaving behind 7 children to navigate the world without their mother and a mourning husband to support the children. She was laid to rest in Alma Cemetery, where Charles would later join her. After his wife's death, the oldest daughter, Ethel, took over most of the motherly roles for her siblings. Here's a photo of Charles and some of his children. From left to right is Irene, Frida, Charles, Eva, and Ethel. The little girl in the front is Shirley. Their children, Ethel Margaret, Eva Lucille, Irene Vesta, Orville P. Tom John, Frida Leona, and Melvin Ashbury, each carried forward the Finkbone legacy. Ethel married William Ellery Butts Jr. and lived to the age of 81. Lucille married Lent Edlis Cecil Butts and was buried in Kinmundy. Irene married Guy E. Adams and was laid to rest in Paxton. Orville married Avenel Tipsward and lived to 85. John married Fern and passed away in New York. Frida married Lonnie Tipsward and was buried in Kinmundy. Melvin married Virginia Mae Johnston and later Geraldine Judy Smith, living a long life in Odin. In 1943, Charles finally remarried. Here's a photo of him and his second wife, Bemma Bea Fay Glenn, who was born in Bond County on May 26, 1927, the daughter of Marion Ray Glenn and Mary J. Bonham. Although she was considerably younger than Charles, Bemma brought companionship and stability to Charles's later years. Together they had 2 children, Orville Richard, born in Alma in 1943, and Shirley Mae, born in Illinois in 1945. They are the children in this photograph. Orville passed away in Odin in 2019, and Shirley married Glenus Lee Mills. Charles lived through profound changes in American life. He witnessed the rise of automobiles, the spread of electricity, and the impact of 2 world wars. Through it all, he remained a steady presence in his family's life, working, providing, and guiding his children through the challenges of the 20th century. He is described as having a medium height and build, with brown eyes, black hair, and a quiet disposition. He passed away on August 6, 1966, at St. Mary's Hospital in Centralia, Illinois, at the age of 84. Funeral services were held at Wilson Funeral Home, and he was buried in Alma Cemetery on August 9 beside Charlotte. His second wife, Bemma, passed away in 1970 and was buried in Odin. At the time of his death, Charles was survived by 9 children, 37 grandchildren, 87 great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-grandchild. His sister, Elizabeth Enlow of Centralia, also survived him. These numbers reflect more than lineage. They represent the enduring impact of a man whose life was rooted in love, labor, and legacy. Charles Richard Finckbone's story is not one of public acclaim, but of quiet strength. His life reminds us that history is built not only by famous names, but by the hands of ordinary men who shaped their families, their communities, and the generations that followed.